Hey guys, what's going on? I had a request to take a look at Zilliqa, so I'm going to take a few minutes to do that. Before I get into the details, though, a couple things. First, if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release these videos, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you leave the channel without subscribing, you might have a hard time finding it again, just because it's a relatively new channel with a pretty low subscriber count, only around 1,000. So because of that, I'm not really prioritized in the search algorithm. Also, if you want to place the trade Zilliqa and pretty much any of the other coins that I talk about, I put a link to two different exchanges in the pinned comment and the description. The first one's called BitGet. It's pretty good. I really like it, but in about a week, they're going to start requiring KYC. I figured a lot of you guys probably wouldn't like that, so I put a link to another one. It's called BingX, and BingX does not require KYC. And they're also offering some pretty good bonuses for signing up. So check out the link to see what the bonuses are. And you may need a VPN to access either of those exchanges. So I put a link to a VPN in the pinned comment and description as well. All right, so Zilliqa is pretty straightforward. As you can see, we are at a very key level of support. So if you're going to trade Zilliqa, the first level I recommend that you draw, just take a horizontal line tool, and it's where I have this, I colored mine yellow, but basically just identify the candle bodies right here. So these are week-long candles, so this is about 5 weeks worth of trading here. So just paste the horizontal line right below the candle body, okay? So that's the key level, and it actually bases all the way back to here. So support right here, support here, support for quite a while here. You see the price would sell down and it would wick right off the this level here, again here. But yeah, this is a key level. So if I zoom out here, you're gonna see we came exactly down to it right here, just the wick, and buyer stepped in to buy this up, and then we had a push to the upside. Now we're back at it once again. Okay, so because this line has so much history, you know that if the price dumps and we start closing a candle body on the weekly time frame below it, that's going to be a major sign of weakness, okay? But until that happens, this is kind of like the line in the sand. And yeah, we're okay as long as we don't start closing weekly candles below this level. And I have it at around 0.01503. Okay, but yeah, just use this as your guide for drawing it. Okay, the second line that I would suggest that you draw, since the price is below it, this is going to be a resistance level. It's right here. So again, take the horizontal line tool, and you can just paste it at the top of the candle body right here. So paste it in there, and if I zoom out, you'll see that we have a lot of history here as well. So after the price broke through it here, it sold off, but the candle body closed above, and then after that, it kind of kicked off the big bull run to the upside. When we came back to it after this long retrace, we see we have this wick, and a lot of buyers stepped in to defend the level, and we had an impulsive move to the upside. Again, here the level was defended, and then once we broke below it, which would be right here, this candle body broke it. Following week's candle closed below it, but we had a fight, and this level flipped from being a support to a level of resistance. Okay, so again, these are weekly candles. So this is about a month of trading just right here, where this was the level that the price was contending with, and ultimately it failed and dumped down further. And then from there, price made it back up, and look again what happened right here. Rejection. Price came above it. Bears came in, sold off. Candle body closed below. When this candle failed to break above it, the following weeks were quite bearish all the way down here. People sold off. And again, right here, price came to it. Bulls tried to push it up. Bears came in, sold it down. Weekly candle closed below it once again, and that was the cue that the bears were in control, and then we dumped all the way back down to this yellow line here. So you see that we're in a range. So this is the upper resistance of the range, and this is the lower support level of the range. And as you can see, we're closer to the support. So the play here would be maybe to take a long and place a stop loss below this wick right here. I've already mapped it out with the long calculator here, and just to even put a stop loss here, it's actually risking about 18%. But if the trade works out and you're able to take profits right at this resistance at the upper range, it's going to give you about 85%. So this trade here, it's almost a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. So it's pretty good. However, there is a level which is right here, which will also act as a resistance level, right? So you see it was resistance right here. When we broke above it, it was support right here. came below it, flip to resistance, and yeah, so if the price comes up to here, you can expect people to maybe open short positions, right? So this is a level that the price is going to contend with. It's 0.02424. Beyond that, then this is the upper range target, okay, and that's 0.03309. Okay, so the levels on Zilliqa are pretty obvious, pretty simple here. So you have the lower support level, the upper resistance level, and this kind of like line in the middle. So yeah, just use this to take trades off of, right? So if the price does come up here, maybe you can look for a short, place a stop loss above, target the middle line, or if the price comes down a little bit, maybe you can enter a long, target the middle line. Just look for setups that give you a good R&R, a good risk-reward ratio, and this is just the range to play within for now. Another thing to keep in mind is that there are some valid trend lines at play. So the first one, I take a trend line, and say if I started from the top of this wick, move it down. Based on this, the price is currently breaking out. Okay, but if I draw this trend line differently, if I draw from the candle bodies as opposed to the wick, let's try and see what that looks like. Drag it across here, and that has us at a resistance level right now. Okay. So yeah, these are valid resistance lines. So keep that in mind if you are going to take a long and target this middle range and maybe this upper range. Yeah, it does kind of have to break through this first. So if you are going to wait for this to break and then enter, make sure that the risk reward ratio that this trade is offering is actually worth it, right? It would be worth it if you target the upper range here, but the midline, I'm not so sure. Now, if this level breaks, there's an alternative way to draw a trend line. You can take it here and you can draw it from here. So this would also be a valid line. So yeah, if it does come to the middle region, you're going to get resistance from, again, this level here, but also perhaps from this downsloping level of resistance as well, depending on when the price comes to it. It could be around here. So yeah, I'm personally not going to enter a long right here. However, if I'm going to change the time frame, if the price does come back down to this yellow line, then I will look to enter, because that will give me a better risk reward ratio, and I wouldn't have to risk all that much to take the trade, right? So I can enter here, place my stop loss just below this wick, and then targeting the midline here, if I'm able to get an entry closer to this horizontal level of support, would be a much better R&R as opposed to taking it where we are right now. Right, because if I enter right now, I'd have to place my stop loss down here, and it's almost going to be a 1-to-1. However, if I enter down here, I could probably get a a risk reward ratio of 1-to-5, something like that. It'd be much better, right? So yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on this. If the price comes down, then I will personally look to enter along to target this mid-range right here. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. I'm going to zoom back out and take one last look. I mean, yeah, so this is the key level on the chart right here. This where I have this yellow line drawn basically at the candle bodies of this price cluster right here. So draw that on, and as the price gets close to it, perhaps look to take a long. And this is the upper resistance level where we are right now in this current range, and this is the midpoint. So yeah, again, just take trades based on here. If we're able to break above here, close a weekly candle above here, then I'll make a new video, and yeah, I'll give you the new targets to the upside if that does happen. All right, guys, hopefully that helps. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye.